Hi mate, what's up? What do you mean you can't make it? No mate, we're literally just about to film the setup and everything. Bucko's here, Dave's here, Chezi's here. You can't let us down now. No, you definitely can't. You can't phone in with a cold, mate. No, that's just ridiculous. Oh, mate, you're messing. All right, whatever. If you can't make it, you can't make it. All right, see you soon. Bye.
Don't worry, mate. I'll do it. Let's get on with the show.
Hi guys, so I'm still Dave Jones. This isn't Sam Phillips.
I'm Matt Buckley.
This is Linux TV, and we'll get on with the show. So, due to the controversial decision to call off our away game at Colne due to a shortage of players, due to the pitch being unplayable, we only actually have 4 games to cover in January. Bucko.
Yep, Wednesday the 1st of January, first game of the new decade. Up to City of Liverpool, up to Bootle to play City of Liverpool, and the Linnets came away with a good 2-0 victory to start the year.
Yeah, I mean, to begin with, I'd like to say lovely new clubhouse there up at Bootle. Very Scandinavian, but very nice interior, plush carpets, separate bar, which was quite nice as well. Stayed there for a few drinks at the end. And as for the game, good turnout from the Linnets fans, as always. I think there was a bumper crowd of over 500, wasn't there? And a good portion of them were Linnets fans.
I've got to say, I like the 2 festive fixtures, Prescott and City of Liverpool, on Boxing Day and New Year's Day. I just think the atmospheres for both games were really good.
Well, we changed it round, didn't we, because I think we had Widnes last Boxing Day. Well, obviously we normally play Town, but we had Widnes. But it's not a huge game, that is it? I know I say it all the time, don't I? We talk about whether it's a derby or not. It is obviously a derby.
Well,
but there
these
isn't
two
the interest there, is there?
feel like derby games. It's just an atmosphere thing. I just think festive games, you want opposition fans and the banter and the cheering and the crowd chanting, and I think they were 2 good games.
Well, hopefully next season we could have 1874 in our league as well, if things keep continuing as they are.
Time will tell.
But as for the game, pitch was in decent condition for this time of the year, I thought. Crossy took charge as Ello was in Tenerife, I think.
Yep.
But I do believe that Ello did pick the team, as I'm sure. As we won, he'll certainly be playing. If we'd have lost, maybe Crossy picked that one. I think balls into the City Liverpool box were causing problems during the first half, and we were unlucky not to go into half time 1-0 up. But it was all level, all square at half time, and then came off the second half still on top, playing well. Liam Caddick gave us a deserved lead from a header. We should have had a pen. Again, Caddick involved, but somehow the referee saw a foul from Caddick rather than on him.
Which is a bit of a theme throughout the month, to be
honest. Well, God, yeah, we'll get on to that later on. And then great play from Louis Hayes and Conor McCarthy put Liam Caddick through on goal, who just beautiful little dink over the keeper. And I was right behind that, and I was like, I thought he'd overrun it a bit. And I was about to say something, and then he just dinked it over the keeper. It was a lovely finish into the back of the net. I think he won our player the goal of the month award, and I voted for it because it was a superb goal. And then we defended well to see out the rest of the game, and got a deserved win in the end.
It's good. Bootle's been a ground where we've not had a lot of luck over the years, and lately we seem to have turned the corner, and we seem to be getting some good days out at Bootle now.
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously, playing City Liverpool there is different than playing Bootle there, isn't it?
But after waiting so long for our first sort of good result there, we've had a flurry of them, so it's nice.
So, if you want to see how good Liam Caddick's goal was, just watch the highlights.
That's too chuffy, David.
Oh, chuffy.
Number 11, Dean Patrick. I couldn't tell you this was there.
Hey, come on! John! 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 This way!
So 64 gig is blank. You could just send the last one, grab it.
Behave yourself, man! Behave yourself!
I shut it on the floor, yeah, and then let us dig over.
Hey, Kevin, come on! Jay, come on!
Hi guys, this is Linux TV, I'm Dave Jones and joining me is Runcorn Linux Assistant Manager Matt Cross. Thanks for joining us, Matty.
Yeah, no, thanks.
Great result there, 2-0 away. What are your thoughts?
No, very pleasing, very pleasing. It's always a difficult time of year, this, and the Boxing Day game, and obviously everyone's got festivities for the families and things, but it was a great result. I asked everybody just to give us a shift and work hard and we get the result, and that's what we did. I thought we played really well today. Really pleased.
Like you said, obviously it's the end of a tough period of, I think we played 8 games in November, then we got the festive period, but the energy there, you must have been really happy with that.
Yeah, definitely, especially like I say, it is hard over the New Year period. I really don't like this time of period at all because everyone's messed everywhere. There's training now and again. We had the lads in on Monday training, which when everybody else is having the extra slices of turkey on the Christmas day and the few ever beers, we're telling our lads not to, which obviously we Boxing Day, and then yesterday as well we're telling our lads, look, we don't expect them all to be monks, but don't go heavy on it. We've got a big day and it is difficult, and a lot of people don't realise that about semi-professional players is that the New Year's Eve everyone else is out in there, we're making them stay in, we're that way, and they have worked hard, and like you say, you saw it out there, the work rate for everyone to man, even to Zach who came on at the end, I thought was quality as well, so everyone put in a real good shift, and I always say if you work hard you'll get your reward at the end.
Defensively we were very strong. As a former defender you must have been happy with that.
Yeah, definitely. To get a clean sheet here against City Liverpool team, who have a good team going forward. We've got some great players going forward, and I thought at the end, especially last 10-15 minutes, I thought they put it on us. A few long balls. They asked us a lot of questions at the back, and I thought we defended really well. Peter Wiley. In fact, I'm not going to single everything out. I thought as a whole, even as a team, we defended really well from the front all the way to the back today. Really good.
Okay, thanks, Crossy.
Cheers, thanks for that. Appreciate it. All the best.
So that's your highlights from City of Liverpool 0, Runcorn Linux 2. Anything to add on that, Bucko?
Yeah, thanks, Bucko. Great start to the new calendar year for the Linnets, and a first start in the game for Scott Lysett after coming on as a sub earlier in the campaign. The second double of the season, so it's the second time we beat City of Liverpool, obviously emulating the 2 wins against Kendal. And we've never actually lost to City of Liverpool. So this is the 4th time we've played them. We've won 3. Drawn 1, scoring 12 and conceding 4. So all in all, we do pretty well against City of Liverpool, and a good start to the calendar year, as I said. Cheers, lads.
Cheers, Bucko. He's good, isn't he?
He is. It's like this every week.
A couple of days later, Saturday the 4th of June, we played Mossley at home and come away with another good win, 2-1.
Yeah, game saw the quick return of Jamie Rainford in the Mossley side.
Yeah. Which
could have caused us problems. Thankfully it didn't. I think he was unlucky enough to go off injured as well, which obviously...
And replaced by another excellent Ben Harvey.
Yeah. Now, it wasn't a great start. We were giving the ball away quite a lot, and I thought we were trying too many long balls rather than our usual passing game that we like to play. There was a chance, I remember, from Conor McCarthy from a Louis Corrigan cross. but unfortunately headed it straight to the keeper. And then it looked like we were going to get through to half time. Lucky to have to not conceded and get going all square at half time. But then there was a bit of pinball in the box. I think one play hit the post. Jamie Rainford had a shot blocked, but then the ball fell to Brooke, who scored from close range. Right. So we went in half time 1-0 down, and probably deservedly so, to be honest. I don't think we could have had any grumbles about that.
They deserved the lead at half time.
But we came out in the second half much better. Tom Owens equalised. Good header from a Louis Corrigan cross, something we say quite a lot. Yeah. And then 10 minutes later, we got a penalty when one of the Mossley subs brought down Conor McCarthy in the box. You'll see for yourself as in the highlights what you can make your own decisions up. I thought it was a penalty. Others could say it was soft, but I thought it was a pen. And then the penalty was duly dispatched by Runcorn's Mr. Reliable, Louis Corrigan. Again, yeah. I think as Sam always says, you can always rely on Louis Corrigan to score a penalty, although he did miss one last one, but scored from the rebound, so you can't ask anymore. And then a strong defensive display saw out our second win of the decade. Overall, good performance. Showed real character to come back from 1-0 down as well, because obviously that's never easy to go down, and not a great first half performance, so the players were probably a bit sort of maybe down on themselves. Obviously Ello picked them up, or something Crossy picked them up, didn't he? Because I think Crossy was still in charge for that game.
Some magic at half time.
Yeah, obviously Crossy gave them the hair dry treatment maybe rather than Ello, and it worked, and we managed to win the game. So make your own minds up about the penalty we got and enjoy the highlights.
I'm just going to wish you all a very happy and peaceful New Year. Today's visitors are our friends from Mossley, and this is the best Victor Northern Premier League. Everyone at Runcorn would like to say a massive thank you to today's match sponsors, the Full Golfers. Hope they have a great time here at the Millbank and enjoy the game.
Right.
It will be my absolute privilege and honour to give you today's match teams. We'll start with our friends, our visitors from Mossley. Number 1, Theo Roberts. 2, Ben Richardson. Number 3, Dieter Downey.
Lisa.
Close scorer for Mossley, number 7, Ryan Brooke.
Come on! Go again! Get it, Cat! Right. Fucking go!
Hi everyone, this is Linz TV. I'm Dave Jones, and joining me is the Linnets assistant manager Matt Cross. Thanks for joining us, Crossy.
Yeah, no worries, thanks.
A narrow 2-1 victory. How do you feel it went?
Yeah, I thought first half, I think, to be fair, was still feeling it from the City Liverpool game, to be honest with you. Obviously, we put a massive shift in And that game, I think you can see that the first 45 minutes, I thought we were slow. I thought we were lethargic. I thought they had the better of it first half, I'll be honest with you. Asked a few questions on second half, especially after the good result against City Liverpool. Last thing you want to do is come to a home game and throw it away. And I thought second half the boys played really well. They dug in. Was the game nice? It wasn't. It was scrappy. I think you can see the pitch really dictated how we played today. And that didn't help. But second half, you saw the lads they dug deep. They dug deep. Every single one of them. They dug deep again. Another team that tried to play long balls, wanted long throws, everything at us with a kitchen sink almost. But we dealt with it really well. I thought second half, and I made up for us to get the win. To be fair, 2-1's a great victory.
So we were 1-0 down at half time, like you mentioned. You must have been happy with the fight back in the second half.
Yeah, like I said, I asked a few questions of them at second half. I asked for a response, and I think I got that from everybody. And they deserved it themselves, because after the great performance against City and Liverpool, to come here and put performance in like that for 45 minutes wasn't good enough. And they knew that themselves, and they were disappointed. And second half, we came out, and I thought we showed some fight, and I think that's what we needed to do second half, and we did, and we got our rewards, and I thought we deserved it in the end.
So that's 8 unbeaten now in the league, and we are up to 8th in the league. Do you think we're going on a run at just the right time?
Yeah, I think the City Liverpool game, I asked the players, I said, like, we're almost at a position now. We can go one way and go kick onto the playoffs, or we can go another way and also let the season fizzle out. And I think we've seen the response from the last 2 games of where our players want to be, and that's what we want to push towards. We've always said we want to aim towards the playoffs, and that's where we want to be, and that's what we need to do. And at the start of December, we asked the lads a few questions as well, and we've seen responses from them, and it's been good the last month. It's been great. The confidence is flying with the players. You've seen people getting back fit, and we're still playing with people that are not fit. Scott Lighter, every time he's 2 games now, 90 minutes. Conor McCarthy, we're getting players back now, so we can kick on now. Obviously February, March is going to be interesting for us. Hopefully we can have that bit of a push.
Okay, cheers, Crossy.
Cheers, thanks mate. Thanks.
Cheers, mate.
All the best.
Right, hope you enjoyed those highlights. Anything to add, Bucko?
Cheers, guys. Yeah, Linnets 2, Mossley 1, and the unbeaten start to the calendar year continues. Luke Corrigan's still top scorer after putting in his penalty, and this is our 4th game against Mossley, and previously it was 1-1, drawn 1, lost 1. Couple of ex-Linnets playing for Mossley. Jamie Rainford played 15 times for the Linnets and scored 5 goals. Ben Harthaker, have you any idea how many times he started a game for the Linnets?
To be honest, Bucko, I didn't even know he'd played for us.
Well, obviously I know the answer, but I'm not going to give it away. Up to you, mate.
Well, he never started a game for the Linnets. He came on 10 times as sub, so he only made 10 substitute appearances. Never started for the Linnets and didn't score either. So both players now at Mossley, and again, good 2-1 win, and the unbeaten run carries on. Cheers, lads.
Right, thanks for that, Bucko. So next we had our first away game of the decade, away at Brighouse Town. The only thing worse than the weather on this day was the referee's performance. It was diabolical is the only word I can think to describe it. We conceded just before half time, which I think was from a free kick, a decent free kick, but I think I mean
it wasn't a free kick though.
And even from that point of view of it was a good free kick, I think they had a player in the wall, which has obviously not been allowed this year. It's got to be a metre away, but I'm sure they had a player in the wall. So obviously, I think it was just before half time. 44 minutes. So obviously it was disappointing to go in, but that wasn't the real talking point of the first half. The real talking point of the first half was the referee's decision not to send off Brighouse player Haig for a quite disgusting 2-footed lunge on Linnets captain Kyle Hamid, and he actually caught Mucker 2-footed in the in midriff chest area. It was horrific, absolutely horrific challenge, and bizarrely the referee decided to just show a yellow card rather than the deserved red. Now the referee's explanation to this apparently was that he hadn't seen it, so didn't feel he could send him off. But if you haven't seen it, then how can you give a yellow card? But then apparently he changed his mind and said that he just felt, in his opinion, it was a yellow card decision. So we went in 1-0 down at half time. And then guess what happened in the second half? A certain Mr. Haig popped up to score the second goal 3 minutes into the second half to add insult to massive injury, although luckily after lengthy treatment Mucka was able to continue. So yeah, I mean it wasn't a great game. And then just to add, even I know we've got talked about the referee a lot, or I have, but there was then a blatant shove on Scott Lycett, which was missed in the area, so we should have had a penalty there, and that wasn't given. And the weather was horrific as well. I know it sounds like we're making excuses, but it was horrific. And our sound man Martin will attest to that, because he was about 15 feet in the air filming the game, and it was horrendous. Me and Sam were stood at the uncovered end for the entire second half, and the rain and wind was hideous. So all in all, I don't think we can really blame the players for that defeat. I think they played as well as they could, but you know, the weather plus the referee, it wasn't great.
Well, in typical Sam fashion, I wasn't at that one, so I'm glad to let you do the talk.
And Sam was actually at that one for a change.
That's what
he's
he
not
could
even
have talked
here.
about.
Yeah.
He's not here.
So see that Kyle Hamid challenge. See that challenge on Kyle Hamid for yourselves in the highlights.
Game, Brighouse can be run for winners at the Millbank Stadium. Two teams coming onto the pitch and introduce our visitors for today. Run for winners in goals: number 1, Michael Emery; 2, Willie Corrigan; 3, Declan Gallagher; 4, Scott Lycett; 5, Alistair Brown; 6, Louis Hayes; 7, Thomas Owens; 8, Kyle Hamid, the captain; 9, Conor McCarthy; 10, Liam Caddick; and 11, Ryan Gibson. On the bench, we're 12, Zachary Ailey; 14, Sherlock; 16, Jack Gillingham; and 17, Michael Simpson. Reschedule on the 44th minute. Don't go, 44th minute.
Hi, this is Linnets TV. I'm Dave Jones, and joining me is Runcorn Linnets manager Michael Ellison. Hello, disappointing 2-0 defeat against Brighouse. It just wasn't our day today, was it?
No way, Dave. I think it was a poor game, all in. Tough conditions, I think. Conditions played a big part in it. We knew that when we turned up. The wind, you know, I think Mike was having trouble, the ball staying on us. On the goal kicks, it was rolling away for his kicks, but we knew that the pitch wasn't great. So the plan was to, you know, to keep a clean sheet till half time, get in, and then when we had the win behind the second half, we'll put it on them. But I didn't think we were at our best today. I don't think, like I said, they weren't a great game. I thought they managed the conditions a little bit better, but I don't think we deserved to lose the game 2-0. The first goal for me, the refs give a free kick for, it's never a free kick in a million years.
The lads smacked it and it's gone in. I think the wind's caught it. It's moved in the wind, but it's never a free kick, and right on half time that's killed us. And then to concede straight away in the second half was disappointing. But overall, I think the referee hasn't helped us at all. I think the red card in the first half that wasn't given was appalling. I think it's one of the worst challenges I've seen for a very, very long time. And the disappointing thing is, to add insult to injury, the lad who shouldn't be on the pitch, he gets the second goal, which ultimately killed us and took the wind out of our sails. But I mean, I went in and spoke to the referee at half time. He said he didn't see it. I've since watched the video and he clearly sees it because he's about 6 yards away. And then when I went in full time, when he's there with the adjudicator or whatever it is, the assessor, he changes the story again. So he said to me, if he's got it wrong, he sees it on Twitter, he'll apologise, and I hope he does, because he's got a responsibility to look after our players, and that was an appalling challenge, especially some of the challenges our lads have been sent off for. I think about Ryan Gibson and Tom Owens early on the season for nothing really, for just tackles. So yeah, not our day today. I think things went against us. I don't think we helped ourselves at certain times. I think we could have played a lot better, but really, really disappointed with the officiating today.
So hopefully you enjoyed those highlights as much as possible, considering the outcome and other circumstances of the game. Anything to add for us, Bucko?
Yeah, cheers, Dave. The end of the 8-game unbeaten run as we lose to Brighouse. We've only played them previously once earlier in the season with a 1-0 win. So not much to report on this one, but some good news was it's nice to see the return of Simo on the bench, even though he didn't get on. Great to see him back, great player. And as I say, that's the end of the unbeaten run, but we move on. Cheers, boys.
Cheers, Bucko. So, last game of the month, Saturday 25th of January, a home match here at the Millbank, and it was Linnets 2, Ossett United 1.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we'd had a little break there because of the Cole game not being on, which we've already mentioned. We had a few new signings, including the goalkeeper, after the disappointing departure of goalkeeper Mike Emery.
To Rylands, was that?
To Rylands, yeah. And, you know, disappointing to lose goalkeeper to low league team, but you know, it was Mike's choice, personal choice, and Mike's a great guy as well. You know, gave an interview to me on Linnets TV, so we wish Mike well. Now we brought in Taberner, wasn't it? Because we signed Elo's namesake, Ellison. Unfortunately, he couldn't play in that game, so we brought in Taberner to help us out. And you know, we had a pretty good game because he just came in at the last minute.
Did really well.
We scored 2 pretty early goals. I think the first one was after 3 minutes. Shanna's got the ball in the box and under pressure. He managed to I think it was a similar finish to Liam Caddick in the previous game, or in the City Liverpool game, when he just managed to dink it over the keeper.
It was a cool finish, to be honest, because under pressure and just found his way through. It was a good goal.
To be honest, because it was so early on, I was actually on my way around to where I normally stand, so I didn't get my usual. If it had been where I normally stand, I would have had a great view of it, but I didn't. I was just halfway down, so I kind of got a.
Well, I was on the tunnel, getting mithered off everybody in the main stand, so I just managed to see it.
So yeah, it was a great finish from Shanna's, as you would expect. Second goal was quite similar, or could have been quite similar. Shanna's received the ball in the box, had a shot which was saved, but Ali Brown came in on the far post to quite a confident finish actually, because I was quite close to that one. And it wasn't like an open goal. It wasn't right. It was, you know, it came out in fast, but he, you know, really confident finish, slammed it home, and then we should have made the game more comfortable, but maybe we just took our foot off the gas a little bit. We were still comfortable throughout the second half, and you know, it certainly should have been made more comfortable after Ossett went down to 10 men in what I thought was quite a harsh red card, actually. I think he was sent off for denying a goal scoring opportunity, wasn't he? But I think it was Conor McCarthy he brought down. I don't think
Should there have been a red
was...
for the guy that slammed Connor into the boards?
Well, yeah, which was...
Well,
we didn't even get...
Anyway,
we didn't even get a penalty for that, did we?
No.
But yeah, I think it was hard. I don't think he was... I know the rule isn't last man anyway, but I don't think he was the last man. I think there was a defender coming across. Regardless, the referee made the decision to send him off. And then, like you said, later on, Connor got slammed into the boards and got quite badly injured. So we wish Conor McCarthy well in his recovery. Hopefully we'll see him back next season. And then Ossett, despite being down to 10 men, actually made it a very nervy end to the game by scoring with 6 minutes to go and actually threatened an equaliser. Thankfully, we managed to see it out to get actually a well-deserved win. As nerve-wracking as it was at the end and as hard work we made of it, we were by far the best team. We worthy winners, I felt. So if you want to see those highlights, have a look at the goals and see what you think about the sending off.
Boys and girls, welcome to the Millbank Stadium for today's Northern Premier League First Division match against our friends on their first visit to the Millbank. Please welcome Ossett United. Today's match has been sponsored by 1914 to 1918 Lost Generation. Being big supporters of the club over the last few years, I'd like to thank the lads for their generous sponsorship and hope they have a great day here at the Millbank.
That's a fucking shank. It's a bastard player.
Just on the camera, get him.
Shaf! Well done, son. Shaf, well done.
Oh, nice! That's a guy with your fucking head top.
Top scorer for the Linnets, number 11, Paul Shanley.
Zach, great position, you well done. Zach, great position.
Okay, well done. Lewis, well done, son.
Fucking tight!
How's he missed?
Yes! I don't know. Why are you there, Ali?
Goal scorer for the Linnets, number 5, Ali Brown.
Connor! Lewis!
Fucking Brody, stand up! Good luck. Big breather. Yeah, well done.
So you've got your highlights from the victory at home to Ossett. Anything to add on that, mate?
Yep, Linnets 2, Ossett United 1. We've only played them once before, the 2-2 draw earlier in the season, so it's the first visit for Ossett United to the Millbank. Goalie Dan Taverner on debut. May only play one game for the club, but he did really well. Also, we had Yanni Nicolau on debut as he came on as a sub. He's the 332nd player to play for the Linnets. Ali Brown's first goal for the club, which is nice, and of course this is the game, as we've alluded to in the past, where Ello became our longest serving manager. So good to end the month of January, 3 wins out of 4, decent month. Back to you boys.
Okay, cheers, Bucko. So let's have a look at the monthly summary, what we thought overall. Personally, I thought it was quite a positive month overall.
I think you've got to be happy with it, to be honest. 3 wins out of 4 is good a return.
Yeah, we were unbeaten at home in that month. The only defeat of the month being a highly contentious game away at Brighouse. Referee and the weather not being on our side. A very battling performance to come back from being 1-0 down against Mossley, against a strong Mossley side. So that, you know, we showed determination and good character there to come back. We've put ourselves right in the playoff picture there. Getting ourselves into 8th place, a few points off the playoffs. I think unfortunately, there's only, looking at the teams up there, I think there's only really one playoff place to play for. The others are quite far ahead of us. Teams just above us have got a couple of games in hand on us, but there's no reason why we can't go on a decent run. You know, a couple of good signings, and we hopefully we'll manage to clinch that last playoff place.
Couldn't have put it better myself. A great month. I think I say it all the time when I'm talking around the ground, but I just think Shanley's been outstanding again. I just think that his work rate and the way he goes about things is brilliant. And I think we've had a good month. Yeah,
I mean, he always is. Obviously, Shanley's he literally puts his body on the line for the Linnets. You know, I've seen him barely able to walk after some games, and you know the games
he takes some stick some games as well, doesn't he? To be honest, he does take a kick in some games.
The games when he does miss out, it is literally because he can barely walk. Yeah. But then he's still always here as well. He's been on coach away games when he can't play, but he's there to support the lads. Awesome. He's definitely a fan favourite. He's a favourite of mine, and gives everything to the cause. Okay guys, so last month we started our competition called Where's Chezi, where we took this little man around our beautiful town of Runcorn, took a picture of him and asked you to tell us where Chezi had been. So, last month, Chezi had been...
Halton Castle.
So there you go, he was at Halton Castle. A number of you entered, one on YouTube, rest on Twitter.
None on Facebook, so pull your things out, Facebook users, and let's have a few interactions, please. Yeah,
we're not doing well on Facebook. I'm sure Facebook likes us, but you're just not, you know, we need...
It's just not quite there on
Yeah,
Facebook.
We need that bit of collaboration. So we had a number of people who correctly guessed the answer, all of whom are in this cup. So I will ask my wonderful assistant, Mark, to pick the winner.
If this was the golden goal, I'd get 88. And the winner is Adrian Taylor. Well done, Adrian.
Well done, Adrian. The only person who actually commented on the YouTube video. So there you go. Comment on the YouTube video and you might just be a winner.
Just for proof, there's all the other ones. What does Adrian win then?
Well, I was just about to tell the folks at home, Mark, so thanks for reminding me. Adrian has won himself a programme, a pie and a pint at the game of his choice. Now, I know Adrian's at pretty much every game. Yeah, at home. I'm not paying for somebody else's programme. And I think Adrian's at most home games, so we'll either print it off, have it waiting on the turnstile, or we'll email it to him. We'll decide that later in the week. But congratulations, Adrian. Right, so we need to have another competition, don't we?
Let's do it again.
So this fella has been out again and enjoying his little travels around the town, and through the process of digital magic, he should appear right there. So take a good look at where Chezi has been, and we'll also put it on our Twitter feed when we release the account and release the episode. So same as last time. Comment on the YouTube video, comment on Twitter, or please comment on Facebook, because otherwise Bucko will just moan about it again.
I'll get sad.
So good luck everyone, and a reminder of the prize is a programme, a pie and a pint. Good luck. Okay guys, so we are always looking at ways to fundraise for our wonderful club, and the latest idea was actually my idea, you know, modest. So what we're doing is we're going to have a karaoke night in our wonderful clubhouse. It's going to be on the 29th of February, straight after the Tadcaster game. Now I say straight after because basically if you've had a few drinks during the game or you've had a few drinks after the game, you can just stay here if you want. Just stay here, carry on drinking, and then we'll start singing from about 7 o'clock. And I say about 7 o'clock because, you know, it's all relaxed, isn't it? You know, we don't need to put any strict times on it. So we'll start singing about 7 o'clock, and it would be absolutely great if you could all join us. No, yeah, mate, it was fine. Yeah. Missed you, obviously, but Bucko stepped in. So, yeah, we got the episode sorted. Did the Where's Chezi thing. Even plugged the karaoke night. So, yeah, it was all right. How's your cold, anyway? All right, yeah, good. So, you'll be all right for the next show then, yeah? All right, that's good, mate, because, you know, we can do without you for one episode, but we need you back. All right, nice one. Speak to you soon. Bye.
Was that Sam?
It was.
Did you tell him how good it was?
No, I couldn't tell him that.
Did you tell him how we finished 2 hours early because we didn't have any mistakes or anything?
No, didn't want to upset him, did I?
Did you tell him that we started an hour early because we didn't have to do his hair and his makeup and get everything looking good for him?
No, but I'll definitely tell him that when I see him.
How's his cold?
Oh, yeah, it's fine. You always like his style, woman.
He'll be here next month then?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Oh well, not to worry. Don't forget, Linnets TV is available on YouTube, and we have an Instagram account, a Facebook account, and a Twitter account.
Yep, so don't forget to share, like, and comment as well. We'd really like to hear from you.
See you next time.
See you guys.